How's it going? This is our feasibility study. I'm Tim Beard.
I'm Lauren Lockridge.
And I'm Chloe Geenan. In this presentation, we'll be talking about the renovations occurring at the Finneran Pavilion at Villanova University. We will mention a market analysis including the total population, resident age, average household size, and median household income. Venue data, a project description, financing options, revenue sources, economic and fiscal impact, and growth rates of income and expenses will also be talked about.
This feasibility study of the new Finneran Pavilion at Villanova University will analyze the economic and fiscal impacts of the $60 million in renovations towards the old pavilion. After 31 years, this pavilion was in dire need of an update. Finneran Pavilion was named after 1963 Villanova graduate William Finneran, who contributed $22.6 million out of the $60 million towards the renovations. This is the largest gift the school has ever been given. After plenty of criticism calling this place the Ski Lodge and stating it was only the fifth best arena in the Big Ten, a basketball program as successful as Villanova deserved a higher quality game day experience for both the players and fans.
This study will also look into the new possibilities and opportunities this project provides the school and local communities with. These new renovations will allow for many opportunities, including central revenues directly from the pavilion, as well as local revenues, as this will attract and draw larger crowds than usual to the city. This transformation will also be a significant help to recruiting and training for the athletic programs at Villanova while potentially increasing attendance at the school and athletic events. This project can allow exponential growth in income for Villanova University and should expect to see many positive outcomes from this generous donation.
Villanova is a community in the U.S. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, located right in the town of Radnor Township outside of Philadelphia. According to NeighborhoodScout.com, the community of Villanova is a notoriously white-collar town with 93.6% of its workforce employed. Being such a small town, the university has a significant impact on its success. The economy is entirely based around the university and its population. The more students moving in, the more business in the community. The combination of a successful athletic program with an up-to-date and high-quality facilities will directly correlate with an increase in visitors and students to again increase local economies. Villanova University is a private Catholic research university hosting around 10,000 students with an acceptance rate of just 43.5%. As of 2017, undergraduate tuition and fees was a total of $50,554.
Yeah. We researched the total population, resident age, and average household income in Delaware County, where the University of Villanova is located. We found that the total population was 31,501 in the year 2015. 83.5% are white, 6.5% are African American, and 7.2% are Asian. The median resident age for women is 29.2 and 25.7 for men, which indicates a good amount of young professionals live in the area. The residents of Radnor Township, who are 18 years of age or older, are allowed to purchase a $25 card, which allows access to the fitness facility. By increasing population to attend fitness facilities at Villanova, it would potentially bring in young crowds to attend athletic events. 62.4% of the households around Villanova are families, while 37.6% are not. 50 to 52.3% of the households have children who are 18 living with them. With this information, it is implied that the population in Radnor Township has a young population, as we found out when we discussed resident age. The median household income for people of the age 25 and younger is $26,244. The biggest median salary falls in this category of 45 to 64-year-olds, where the median is $153,173. Lastly, the second greatest income is for people over the age of 65. Their median income is $97,882. This shows that the population of 45 to 65-year-olds is making more money than young professionals, which is a little unusual for the college town.
With $60 million in renovations underway, you can expect to see an entire transformation of this pavilion. Due to zoning ordinances and cost restrictions, the capacity will stay as is at 6,500. However, there will be upgrades and comfort improvements to the already existing seating, as well as all sideline seats that will now have backs, doubling the number of seats with backs. The main entrance to the pavilion will be completely revamped and also relocated. It will no longer only serve as an entrance, but a gathering spot for the Wildcat community throughout the year. This entrance will also be filled with Villanova athletic monuments for guests to enjoy on their way in. To allow more convenience for fans, there will be a continuous 360-degree concourse surrounding the court filled with concession and merchandise stands, as well as plenty of other fan-involved amenities. Guests will be able to walk through the concourse as they please while also enjoying a view of the game. Audio and visual capabilities such as lighting and acoustics will be improved and enhanced throughout the pavilion, also with an LED video board. There will be an addition of premium courtside seating options with the access to select clubs, including a Hall of Fame and Final Four exhibit. The student section will be placed closer to the court and will also be given easier access to concessions, restrooms, and merchandising as well. The players will also be given a nicer locker room inside the pavilion.
The Finneran Pavilion will undergo a wide array of changes to their facility, which includes improved seating, brand new amenities, and various premium and club seating options. Due to the success of their men's basketball program, a renovation of the pavilion was definitely needed. Villanova University is hoping the arena will give students and fans a refreshing and high-quality game day experience. The renovations began June of 2017 and should be finished in time for the 2018-2019 men's and women's basketball seasons. In the meantime, the men's will be playing in the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, while the women's team will be playing in Jake Nevin Fieldhouse. The Finneran Pavilion will not only benefit just the basketball teams, but it plans to host many other events as well. The arena will continue to host the annual St. Thomas Villanova Day of Service and the Special Olympics and Commencement, as well as local gatherings such as corporate and community events. These renovations will also include the addition of a wide variety of clubs throughout the pavilion. After acknowledging the demand for activities and clubs for post and pregame times, different options will be provided to the guests, some with a more exclusive access versus a club directed to a large audience. After 31 years, this project is believed to be necessary and has great potential to bring in new revenue streams and opportunities for the university and surrounding communities. Our key project assumptions will be divided up between financing options, revenue sources, and growth rates of income and expenses. For financing options, Finneran Pavilion will be mostly funded by donors. The comprehensive plan of renovations calls for $60 million. 1963 graduate William Finneran has contributed more than one-half of the cost. Due to many generous donors, there will be no need for any loans on this project. This is a major factor of success for this pavilion, as the project has the ability to stay debt-free. Since the fundraising for this project will occur over time, around 7 years or more, we will also be using a bond as one of our financing options. The bond will be for $30 million at a 10% interest rate for 20 years. We will finance this bond with 40% of our generated ticket revenue and will pay out an additional $3 million a year of interest expenses.
With the new $60 million in donations, there is room for a huge amount of revenue stream into Villanova's athletic department as well as the university in general. The pavilion will include improved seating, amenities, and operations, provide 3 premium club seating options for the new 1,500 premium seats edition, and allow a more engaging fan experience. Guests opting to pay a higher price for a premium seat and exclusive access will be a tremendous increase in revenue to the pavilion. For the courtside seat members, a tremendous gift around a $50,000 range will be required in order to qualify for those season tickets. The lower and upper bowl season tickets price points will be based on your history of being a season ticket holder, alumni status, and the level at which you have given to the university. These renovations will increase exposure and therefore increase revenue. According to the Sports Business Journal, there will be a better sightlines, new technology revolving around digital boards and Wi-Fi, and a new concessions and restrooms. Legend Global Sales will be in charge of all the premium seats for the schools. As the quality of seat increases, the price will too. Another source of revenue will come from potential sponsors. Because the pavilion is named after William B. Finneran, no sponsor will be able to take naming rights, but there will be opportunities for sponsors to market themselves in other ways, such as through media coverage and ads that run on the big screen.
These renovations will allow for significant opportunity of growth for not only the athletic program, but the school as well. The $60 million invested into this pavilion can be seen as a long-term investment into the school. Athletic recruits will be more encouraged to join the Villanova athletic program with a brand new pavilion, potentially creating an even greater program than before to win more championships and bring in more income for the school. This generous update to the pavilion will also cause for an increase in ticket prices. An increase in the success of the program also causes a large opportunity for exponential growth in income ticket sales. Income and expenses will directly correlate, as expenses will increase to contend with the growth of income. The new clubs and exhibits will require more staffing and inventory, as well as an increase in maintenance and utilities expense. As the school and athletic program continues to grow and increases in attendance and popularity, the rates of income and expenses will also grow significantly.
With an increase in revenues and income, you can expect to see a positive impact both economically and fiscally throughout the school and local economy. The transformation of this pavilion potentially will increase attendance at the university and persuade recruits to choose Villanova over other athletic programs. A greater attendance will cause for more foot traffic throughout the community, helping out local businesses. Since the surrounding town consists of a majority of postgraduates from Villanova, we can safely assume that the community is willing to participate and contribute to the success of these renovations by attending events and donating to the school. This new pavilion also has the ability to attract greater events outside of the university, such as big-name concerts, conference championships, and NCAA tournament games. This will cause even more people to travel to Villanova, increasing economic and fiscal opportunities for the arena and local businesses. Overall, this enormous transformation of the pavilion should expect significant growth of revenue and income for not only the school but the city of Radnor Township as well.
After thorough research, we created financial statements for the years 2018 to 2022 for the Finneran Pavilion. Our revenues include men's and women's basketball ticket sales, parking, premium seating, sponsorship, concessions, and merchandise. Our expenses are salaries, utilities, maintenance, administrative, insurance, interest, and depreciation expenses. A majority of our revenue is generated through men's basketball ticket sales at 75%. Last year, the average attendance for men's basketball games was 9,772 with an average ticket price of $100. Due to the renovations, the average ticket price is expected to increase to $125. As the program continues to grow in the economy, our ticket sales are expected to grow 3% annually. Our next largest revenue source is sponsorship, bringing $5 million annually. Our expenses are mostly spread out equally, with our utilities expenses being most expensive. Though our revenues and expenses are increasing consistently, our net income is steadily increasing every year as well.
Our balance sheet will include current and long-term assets, as well as current and long-term liabilities. Current assets include cash, accounts receivable, prepaid insurance, inventory, and a bond escrow. We have divided up our long-term assets with land at $10 million, building for $30 million, and equipment for $20 million. We will be increasing our equipment by 5% annually for the next 5 years as well. Our building will have a useful life of 30 years, and the equipment will have a useful life of 7 years. Our total assets increase significantly every year, showing the large investments contributing towards this pavilion. Our cash increases by almost $10 million every year in order to have enough cash on hand to finance our expenses. Current liabilities include accounts payable, salaries payable, and interest payable. The $30 million bond will stay consistent over every year as a long-term liability. Since private donors are also funding this pavilion, $30 million will be included in owners' investments. The net income will accumulate every year to create retained earnings up to $30 million at the end of year 5.
As we discussed before, the building will depreciate over a life of 30 years and the equipment will depreciate over 7 years. As you can see, the accumulated depreciation increases significantly over the years to a total of $21 million at the end of the 5th year. To finance this $30 million bond, 40% of ticket revenue, our largest revenue, is contributing to the cost of selling the bond. In addition to paying back the bond, $3 million a year is required annually as an interest expense also being paid back to the owner of the bond. The operating section steadily increases as we increase or decrease our current assets and liabilities. Since we are increasing equipment every year, our total investing section will increase as our equipment increases. We have a positive net gain every year, also steadily increasing over the 5 years of this study. At the end of the 5th year, we expect to have an ending cash balance of nearly $45 million, significantly higher than our first year, which was $17 million. After thorough research, we have come to the conclusion that this project is feasible. Since the majority of the funding is private donations, this allows the pavilion to focus their revenues toward other aspects of financing.
Our net income is steadily increasing while also paying off our bond and investing more into our assets. This pavilion is also bringing in a significant amount of cash every year that can be reinvested back into the project to also increase revenues.
Owning a brand new stadium will increase attendance and quality of recruits to again increase revenue for the pavilion and the university. We could just lean in. Lauren, your head is tiny.
I thought I had a big head.
No, I just have a huge jaw.
No,
Okay.
Would it be better if I was in the middle, like balance it out? It's not so awkward.
I'm a star.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, she's a star.
How do we start this?
I don't want to be like, hey guys. Okay.
Huh? Okay.
You good? Yep. Is it going right now?
No. Wait, is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's just recording this whole time.
Okay.
See?
All right.
We gotta put that in.
I was just literally fixing my hair for 30 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Lean in more.
Dude, what do you mean by this?
Yeah, we can. There.
All right.
Okay.
After thorough research, we have came to the conclusion that What'd I say?
We have came to
All
come.
right.
Yeah, and then
And then
Leave $5 on the table. I'm getting the hell out.